December 1, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, a seemingly simple act of defiance sparked a revolution. Rosa Parks, a name now synonymous with courage, refused to give up her seat to a white man on a segregated bus. But her story is so much more than this single act. To truly understand her impact, we need to dive into the world she lived in and the bravery it took to make a stand. In the 1950s, America was deeply divided by race. The Jim Crow laws, enforced in the southern states, created a legal system of racial segregation. Schools, restaurants, water fountains, and public transportation were all segregated. Black Americans were treated as second-class citizens, and their basic rights were often denied. Racial segregation extended to public buses in cities like Montgomery. Black passengers were required to sit in the back of the bus, while the front seats were reserved for white passengers. If the white section filled up, black riders were expected to give up their seats. This wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a daily humiliation. Rosa Parks was born in 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama. Growing up, she witnessed the injustices of the Jim Crow South firsthand. But she was more than just a passenger on a bus that day. Parks was a seamstress by trade, but she was also deeply involved in the civil rights movement. She served as the secretary of the Montgomery chapter of the NAACP, fighting for justice long before that fateful day. Earlier in 1955, a 15-year-old girl named Claudette Colvin had been arrested for refusing to give up her bus seat. While her case gained attention, the NAACP need the right case in person to challenge segregation effectively. Rosa Parks, with her impeccable character and reputation, became the ideal figure to lead this charge. On that December evening, Parks was on her way home from work. When the white section filled up, the bus driver ordered her, along with 3 other black passengers, to give up her seat. Rosa quietly refused, saying, "I don't think I should have to stand." She was arrested and fined $10, about $110 in today's money. Rosa's arrest sent shockwaves through the black community. Leaders in Montgomery, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., decided it was time to act. They organized a one-day bus boycott, which turned into a 381-day-long protest. Black citizens walked, carpooled, and found other ways to get around, crippling the bus system financially. The Montgomery Bus Boycott was about much more than transportation. It was a bold stand against systemic racism, and it brought the civil rights movement into national focus. It also introduced Martin Luther King Jr. as a prominent leader of the movement. In 1956, the boycott achieved its goal. The Supreme Court ruled that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional, a monumental victory for the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks' quiet courage became a symbol of resistance. But let us not forget, she wasn't just a tired woman who refused to move. She was a seasoned activist, part of a larger network of individuals fighting for freedom and equality. Her bravery helped ignite a movement that would change the course of American history. Rosa Parks taught us that change often begins with a single act of defiance. Her legacy reminds us that anyone can be a catalyst for justice if they have the courage to stand or sit for what is right. Thank you, Rosa Parks. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep learning and stay inspired.